think that Israel now is the best partner that the countries of Africa could have, and it's something that is dear to our hearts. The founder of modern Zionism, the national movement of the Jewish people, was Theodor Herzl, and he said, after I liberate the Jewish people, I will go to Africa to help liberate the black people. We have our African brethren, the Ethiopian Jews, who are in our society, and I personally work every few weeks to help integrate more and more and incorporate them in our society. I believe this. I believe in Africa. I believe in your future, and I believe in our partner. As an expression of a simple truth, Israel is coming back to Africa, and Africa is coming back to Israel. I believe in Africa. I believe in Africa. I believe in its potential, present and future. It is a continent on the rise. Its people are diverse and talented. I've made strengthening our relations one of our top priorities, national and international priorities of the State of Israel. It's the reason I became the first Israeli Prime Minister to visit Africa in decades. Well, one thing I can assure you, it won't be decades until an Israeli leader visits Africa again. It won't be 5 years, it'll be a few months. Africa and Israel share a natural affinity. We have, in many ways, similar histories. Your nations toiled under foreign rule. You experienced horrific wars and slaughters, and you are still fighting to get out of the past into the future valiantly, and efforts that I deeply admire. With determination and conviction, you won your independence. You healed the wounds of the past to chart a future of hope for your people. This is very much our history. Our people, too, were denied independence for far too long. Our people, too, suffered the indignity of bondage, slavery, and dispossession. Our people, too, experienced unimaginable horrors of mass death and genocide. But we never, ever gave in. We fought for our independence and won.
I believe that Israel still continues with this path of supporting its friends, its allies, its family. And just like we did that in 1967, Israel supports and does what it can. I did hear that Mr. Kanu was in Israel, in Jerusalem, before he was abducted and disappeared from the public's eye. And this is the most important thing that I want Biafrans to take from this discussion, that Israel, we stand with you guys. And although the cause of Biafra is not very familiar with the world and with Israelis, I want to say that, because of my activity, because of what I do, more and more Israelis are hearing about the cause of Biafra each and every day. So yes, we do stand with you. I want you to know that.
Very against the Igbo population. They had massacred them in 1967 in the Biafra War, and still there's persecution till this day. So we knew coming into Nigeria, we're not here to get involved with the politics, but we're here to tell the story of a population that many in the government experience or think of them as their enemies. So we land in
which is getting involved in the politics.
Well, we're not here to play politics in Nigeria. We're just here to say they have
no agenda.
Connection. Yes. Yeah. Well, there are movements trying to separate the southern part of Nigeria, which is Biafra, Ibo land, and to create independence from Nigeria. So that's the politics.
Israel is going to capitalize on what Nigeria is doing on Nnamdi Kanu's case. Nnamdi Kanu has not violated any international law. Kanu was actually agitating for emancipation of Biafra when he was abducted in Nairobi, Kenya. Then Samuel Ekpa himself came into this agitation when Kanu was abducted and incarcerated for good 48 months plus. Now he's getting to 5 years, which was why Ekpa took it upon himself and began to represent Kanu from 2021 till date. After bribing Finland by employing Wasilicat. What's the name of that company? Wasila. You know, to handle this solar-powered electric project all over Nigeria. Nigeria awarded it to Wasila, and the owner of Wasila, the ownership is traced to the current president of Finland. You see what we are seeing here. Nigeria has bribed Finland to actually nail Ekpa for nothing. Ekpa is suffering for nothing, and now Tinubu is hinting about Israel violating treaty when Israel targeted Hamas in Doha, Qatar, while Nigeria abducted Mazen Nnamdi Kanu in faraway Nairobi, Kenya, when it is obvious that Kenya and Nigeria are not having such treaty or pact of extradition or violating their own territorial, let me say, topography or geography to come and abduct or kidnap their citizens in Kenya. This is an international violation committed by Nigeria already. Now, they are pointing at Israel. Tinubu government thinks that Zion, Israel is Igbo. Tinubu thinks that Israel is Igbo, Urobo, Calabar, and the Gala. Tinubu doesn't know that Israel worth more than the whole heaven, the whole earth. See, let me tell you, by the time Benjamin Netanyahu begins to deal with Nigeria, I think there's no hiding place for the whole components of Asurok, because he has been tormenting Simon Ekpa now. For how many months now? Ekpa was thrown into jail since November last year. After the declaration of Biafra in Finland, Tinubu government bribed Finland, and Finland had to work hard to make sure that they nailed Ekpa. Most importantly, Ekpa has been nailed in faraway Finland as a result of the gift Nigeria gave to Finland. That is contracting the company managed and owned by Finnish president. That was the favor they give Finland, so that that unpopular, infamous judge could come out with this kind of extra legal, judgment that Ekpa should be jailed. And Ekpa is now sent to 6 years imprisonment. Of course, it is uncalled for. Anybody that commits an act of terrorism, they always give them life jail, 21 jail tenure, or 21 years jail tenure, or life jail. Why giving him 6 years? It is too obvious that they're even playing some emotional tactics, knowing fully well that Ekpa, a Finnish citizen, has not committed any act of terrorism. I'm telling you, he that is swallowing Odala seed is pointing at somebody that is chewing palm kernel and could not at least throw out the nut, but swallow it too. Nigeria has been committing lots and lots of international blunders in the past and the presently. Why must they be pointing accusing finger to Israel? It doesn't worth it. All I know now is that when it escalates, I believe that Israel is coming to Nigeria to make sure that they deal with all those terror platforms operating in the northern Nigeria. The Al-Qaeda, the Ansarul, the bandits, the Boko Haram, and ASWAP, Islamic State of West African Province. Then again, Fulani headers has been killing and killing and killing. That's why Ekpa himself works assiduously in the southeastern Nigeria to checkmate activities of Fulani headers in Imo State, Anambra State, Enugu State, Ebonyi State, and Abia State. And now they are pointing at Igbo man. Look at him, he's a terrorist. It is a lie. Tinubu's government is full of irregularities, abnormalities, and illegitimacy. It is too obvious that Israel is coming. And I believe that Benjamin Netanyahu is not afraid of France, let alone Britain. He is coming to deal with Nigeria. I don't see Tinubu going too far or beyond this year. Comes 2027, I think he's gonna go and he's gonna stay away from Asurok.
Okay, but why do you think Tinubu is, bent and, consistently, kicking against Israel, attack on this Hamas? Is it because Nigeria is an Islamist country?
Yeah, Nigeria has actually become an Islamic state since inception of Buhari administration from 2015 till date. We've actually had the knowledge when Babangida was about, enrolling into OIC, that is Organization of Islamic Congress, in 1990s. And all Nigerians were like yelling at him, no, we are a secular state, we are not Islamic state, we have large numbers of Christians in Nigeria, and Babangida did not do that. Then it was as of 1993, sorry, that Moshood Abiola worked hard to make sure that he won 1993 election, that is June 12th, and he won. And where he was aiming to was to enroll into OIC, I mean Moshood Abiola, the purported winner of June 12th election. He failed. Could be that he succeeded. He would have enrolled Nigeria into that Islamic platform. But you see the way this Fulani man, uneducated president, the most, let me say, unlettered, ignorant president the world has ever witnessed. From 2015, straight 8 years was Muhammad Buhari. He did it without asking anybody's permission. Muhammad Buhari enrolled into OIC and Nigeria become an Islamic state. Nigeria is an Islamic state, a Muslim country, whether you like it or not. It's too obvious he did it. He doesn't want to know what Southwest is agitating for or Southeastern Nigeria. Tinubu, Buhari, they were operating, you know, irrespective of whom you are. They don't regard the Christianity we have in Nigeria here. That's why they just went straight and negotiated Nigeria into Islamic states. That's why they are against Israeli attack in Doha, Qatar.
Okay, but do you not think that do you think that Netanyahu said one time that he is coming to Africa to liberate or to get freedom for the country that are under serious oppression and attack? Do you think Netanyahu will do this?
Yeah, that's a good promise that Netanyahu, Israeli Prime Minister, is giving to all the Jews all over the world. I think they embarked on implementing their promise to Ethiopia. They went to Ethiopia early 90s, no, mid 90s, getting to 2000, no millennium. They went there and brought some of the black Jews there home. Then they were extending it this time around when Netanyahu actually emphasized on coming to Nigeria, southeastern hemisphere, to alleviate their brothers in the southeastern Nigeria. But you see, it received great opposition. Many people were criticizing Israel. Why are they dealing with the Igbos? Are the Igbos actually the Jews? They rebuff it. They say the Igbos are not Jews. But it doesn't concern anybody. The Igbos are the Jews to whom it may concern. It doesn't matter. The Igbos and Israel, they have their businesses very, very long time ago. Before the inception of Nigerian Biafran civil war, the Israelis were having all their equipments, their technologies in the southeastern Nigeria. That was when they embarked on agricultural development in West Africa. They found favor in the southeastern Nigeria because that is where they find very conducive to stay, to situate all their technological devices that helps them on this agricultural, irrigation and, mechanization. So they were in the southeastern Nigeria, with the Igbos until the escalation of Nigerian Biafran civil war, May 1967, led by the Ojukwu, Biafran military clique. That was when Israel actually returned back to Middle East Europe. Actually, what took place was that the Arab attacked Israel 1967, 1973, 1972, and 1970. I don't know what you understand. That's why they could not sit down and mix up with Biafrans to at least wage Nigerian Biafran civil war against Nigeria. Listen, Israel must actually fulfill their dream, judging by the way Tinubu is approaching Israeli-Gaza conflict. Israeli-Palestinian conflict, Hamas and the Hezbollah's conflict. Nigerian government has been backing Arab, the Muslims, the Palestinians, the Hezbollah, the Hamas, the Lebanese, the Yemen, the Iran, since inception of Gaza conflict. So if you ask me, I'm an Igbo man, I like it. We are going to use that as an excuse, as a platform to make sure that Biafra emergence is as fast as possible.
Yeah. Okay, but if the Nigerian government are saying that the Israeli government are not committed as regards them upholding the United Nations law, do you not think it's at time the Nigerian government to reconsider what they are doing as regards to Nnamdi Kanu and to Sam Ekpa?
Yeah. Well, the Nigerian government they are adamant. They are without feelings. If you ask me, I will tell you that the hatred of Igbos is fueling the fire of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's incarceration. The hatred of the Igbos is the reason why Colonel Musa Bianco no an Igbo woman for that matter. Somebody Ojo, I mean the Minister of External Affairs, Tunde Ojo, thank you so much. Bayo Onanuga, Tunde Ojo, Bayo Onanuga, Bola Ahmed Tinubu himself, and all the cabals around Tinubu, they are fueling the fire of Simon Ekpa's ordeal in faraway Finland. Simple because of hatred, anti-Iboism. That's why I always come up with my remarks. Ibophobia is the reason why they are still, gingering Finland to jail, to extradite or expel Ekpa into Nigeria. Then again, look at what is going on with Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Kanu was set free many times by Court of Appeal, Apex Court, Appeal Court, Supreme Court. Why is Kanu still there? I'm an Igbo man and I'm telling the whole world that Tinubu hates Igbo. Yes, that is me. APC is anti-Ibo. That's me. Fulani Janjaweeds, they have been working for many years to make sure that they annihilate the whole Igbos. That is send the Igbos out of existence, meaning they want Igbo to go into extinction so that there will be nothing like Igbo. Why? We are the only opponent, the opposition, the Fulanis, have been meeting on the West African country region. That's why the Fulani, they don't want you to mention Igbo. They don't want to hear Igbo. Igbos are the real people. Igbos are the people that will make Nigeria proud. Igbos are not thieves. They don't steal what is in the middle for everybody. The Commonwealth of Nigeria has been siphoned, embezzled by the Fulanis. Do you know how much that Malame has stolen? Do you know how much that Aisha Buhari has stolen? Do you know how much Melekiare has stolen? After managing NNPC, $8 billion is on the line here, and EFCC is grilling him still. So this Sahel country, indigenous people of Sahel countries, that's Fulani citizens, they actually have been telling the whole world that they are owners of Nigeria. That's why they have been siphoning, stealing our money, and nobody cares to investigate what is going on. The money stolen during Buhari administration is running in trillions of dollars, and nobody cares. So what I'm saying is that I'm an Igbo man. I'm proud to be an Igbo man. And I know actually that Nigeria doesn't want us. And they don't want us to go, and they don't want us to stay. So what happened now is that Kanu must come out comes October. No matter how Nigeria wants it, no matter what Malami does or how Tinubu thinks about it. Everybody has right for self-determination agitation, and that is what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is doing. Simon Ekpa is actually doing as well. I have right as an Igbo man to express myself on social media. The federal government of Nigeria and all its components is against Igbo. The policy they are coming up with on anytime you have an administration in Nigeria, anti-Igbo policy, anti-Igbo policy. Tinubu administration, anti-Igbo policy. Do you know how many properties that were destroyed in Lagos State that belongs to the Igbos? Many properties, as I'm talking to you now, they don't sell land to Igbo man again. And they have arrived that if they sell land to you, 99 years time, they are going to collect the land from you. Anti-Igbo. So let me tell you, it is no longer, let me say, a story that should be likened to the fairies. Tell it to the fairies. No. It is reality. And the people that can carry the reality, that have the courage, the weight, to carry the weight of reality, the load of reality, are the Igbos. And which is what I am doing right now. Gallantly, boldly, I'm a daring man. The Igbos are the enemies of the Fulanis. The Arab Yorubas, each and all their administration that comes and goes, are bent on tormenting, troubling Igbo man.
UN charter. Go and check EU charter. He has not violated any law. He has rights to fight for his freedom. Yes, he has right to do what? To agitate for it. Why is it that the British now grant the Mazen Nnamdi Kanu the Biafran radio Biafra? Are they not the one that give it to him?
Okay, finally, according to reports we are getting, Simon Ekpa's judgment will finally come up on September 1st. But why some may even say September 3rd, but from what me personally can get as extreme news, I saw September 1st. And this has got a lot of people talking on social media. They said it's our time they want to see what the Biafrans are waiting to see what the Finnish government will do as regards Simon Ekpa judgment, because they said enough is enough. We've seen the Pan-African president Masanga, is even his personal lawyer, Kagumeres, have worked so hard as regards this case. And September 1st or 3rd will be the day that the Nigerian government, the Finnish government, and the Biafrans will be waiting for their judgment as regards Simon Ekpa. Some people have also called it a transnational repression against the Biafra and Simon Ekpa. What is your take, and what do you expect come September 1st? Do you think that the Nigerian government is winning this, or the Biafra and Simon Ekpa will win?
Glory be to God Almighty, who has given Simon Ekpa and the Biafrans the privilege to at least to breathe once again, because the winning is on our side. And God Almighty, Chukwu Okike Abiama, is the one that allowed everything to be going the way it's going. And I thank God for that. Listen and listen good, my beloved brother. I must be honest with you. You call it a Finnish government, but I call them a foolish government. They are foolish in the sense that you see somebody, excuse me, you see, excuse me, the current government is a foolish government. Not a Finland. Because listen to me, listen, Alexander, stop.
Because he's silent as regards.
Listen to me as I speak to you. He's facing challenges, facing trouble now because of Simon Ekpa. Yes. I've told you before, whenever I speak, you do your findings. I don't just speak, do your findings. Now, you are talking about the court case that is coming up on the 1st of September. I remember the one that I've told you that the Simon Ekpa case will be visual out in September. Now, it's coming up where they will now give the final verdict. But let me put it to you. Coming on that day is going to be a glorious day. It's going to be a dancing and singing day to the Biafrans and to Simon Ekpa. The reason is this. From the onset of his trial, mention one area that Nigeria has defeated Simon Ekpa. In all the 16 count charges, mention one that Nigeria won.
Inciting violence.
Inciting violence. Is that a violence? How did he incite a violence? The terrorism which Nigeria dropped. Rendition. AGF. Cry out and a surrender. All these things are Nigerian propaganda bloggers. They are the one carrying all these rumors all around. Something that is never real. So currently now, I could remember one certain time in the court whereby the DOS, call people to come and bear witness. At the end of the day, in the court today, they were messed up. Shame. They called the remaining two, they ran away. They don't want to show up. Tell me the area that Nigeria have actually defeated the Simon Ekpa in a foolish government. Now they are using the relationship with Nigeria now, the relationship that they lost. They are using it now to intimidate Simon Ekpa. They are using it to oppress Biafra. Simon Ekpa, you say, incited whatsoever cyber terrorism or whatsoever in the cyber violence. Listen to me. He did not violate anything. He only alerted the Europeans, alerted the world leaders, alerted the people that have been silent over Biafran tears. They have been silent over Biafran killings. They have been silent over sharing the innocent blood in the southeast. That's what Simon Ekpa did. He never started any violence. Rather, he cited an awareness that the people of the world should take note of what in Nigeria, the kind of crime Nigeria is committing, the treason that Nigerian government is committing again, despite the one they have committed before. The civil Nigerian war have never ended in the East, of which even as we speak now, you will agree with me that they are still killing the innocent souls now. Or key way to be precise, you and I remember that the UN, that the people that they sent last time, currently now the last people, what is International Amnesty whatsoever. Amnesty International. Look at the report that they gave. Did they give a good report? And while Simon Ekpa was is still under their custody, did they still have peace? Okay, Simon Ekpa is in their custody, Look at the killing in Katsina, Kaduna, and Co. Is this Simon Ekpan? So with all this fact that I am giving to you, Simon Ekpan is in their custody when over 200, I repeat again, Albanians was killed and burned and set ablaze. Simon Ekpan was in their custody. Is that Simon? So come September, it's going to be singing, dancing, praises time for Simon Ekpan and for the Biafrans in diaspora, because he has not committed any crime. Because when you are fighting for freedom, you are asking for freedom, I don't think it is a sin. Go and check the Nigerian constitution. Go and check the UN charter. Go and check EU charter. He has not violated any law. He has rights to fight for his freedom.